It'd be nice to have, you know, heavy metal music as part of a, you know, be accepted into that part of the rock community. So that would be nice.
You've got to wear a bow tie though, then, Bill.
Oh, you do? Oh, in that case, then forget it. I'm not going to wear a bow tie if we get inducted.
And you have to wear underpants.
Oh, forget it. I didn't know that. Okay, I'll forget that. Oh, screw it.
And you have to have a wash.
Oh, you do? I didn't know all that. Okay, well,
and
no.
You have to apply.
In that case, then I'd like to reverse my position on that and say I don't really care.
In October of 1998, the original 4 members of Black Sabbath stopped at the MTV studios to promote the new album, Reunion. Here is the raw footage.
I guess the last 20 years in the time since this particular, since this lineup has recorded together, the Sabbath flag has been waved by various incarnations in different lineups. How did it feel those times out, and then why is this special?
Well, I mean, I just sort of carried on, you know, and we've had, as you say, it's different incarnations, with geese and without geese, and we've been back together, not together. I mean, this is, you can't compare anything to the original lineup. I mean, it was never tried to be compared to the original lineup. There's only one original lineup within this band. Nobody sounds like this band. So all the other incarnations have been, you know, just a carry on of playing the songs, really.
And I know that this is something that you guys have been trying to do or have talked about doing for years. Why was the timing finally right this time around?
Well, because we teased the public for so long over the years that we were thinking about it, we were talking about it, we were nearly got the pen to sign on the dotted line, and then something would happen. And so on this occasion, it was just a quick yes or no, and so once we all agreed on the yes votes, then it was left to the management to sort it all out, you know. Which is the way I like to work. You know, I'm not a businessman, so it's time.
And I guess that, I mean, 3/4 of you had played together, and then Bill was sort of the last piece of the puzzle. And I interviewed you, I guess, about a year ago, Ozzy, and we talked about how it felt to be out without Bill. So what was it like when you guys were playing without him? Now, what is it like to have him back? What does he bring to the group?
Just another. There's only one Black Sabbath. You know, there was the 4 of us that started it off way back in '68. We had an idea which shook the world, I suppose. And without any one of us, it's not Black Sabbath. I mean, the drummers we used were adequate drummers, but there's only one Bill Ward, you know. There's only one Tony Iommi, there's only one Butler, there's only one of me, you know. So the chemistry is just incredible. I mean, when we did the live album at the NEC, which is going to be released tomorrow, I believe, the chemistry was just like we had never separated. Really a magic show.
And then what was it like, did that chemistry then carry over into the studio? Because it's not completely a live album, there's 2 new tracks on there, so what was that like being back in?
Really good. I mean, the 2 new studio tracks came really quick, and they were sort of dropped on us really as an idea, as a couple of bonus tracks. While we were mixing the live album, it was asked if we could come up with another couple of tracks. And it was that quick. Before we knew it, it was over and done with. You know, the tracks were written and recorded very quick. It worked perfect.
And then how did the experience this time around in the studio compare to, let's say, Master of Reality or Volume 4 or...
There was no drugs, there was no alcohol, there was just the music, you know.
And we had a good time as well. We all communicated really well, which in the past, you know, we had a job doing that because of all the influences around. You know, it was hard to communicate properly then. But now we've learnt such a lot over the periods of being away from each other, we can come back together and use it as a positive way now.
You're now, eligible for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What would that mean to you if that were to happen? Is that something that you guys are particularly interested in, or?
It would be nice. It would be
get
nice, but if you don't, I'm not building my hopes up because.
We were up last time, but we didn't get in, so we'll see.
But we've got people like McCartney, Bruce Springsteen. The rostrum's like huge, you know. So if we get in, we get in. If we don't, we don't.
It'd be nice to have heavy metal music as part of a be accepted into that part of the rock community. So that would be nice.
You've got to wear a bow tie though, Bill.
Oh, you do?
In that
that case, then forget it. I'm not going to wear
We
a
won't
bow
get
tie if
into
we get
wearing a bow tie,
inducted.
Then you have to wear underpants.
Oh, forget it. I didn't know that. Okay, I'll forget that. Oh, screw
And
it.
you have to have a wash.
Oh, you do? I didn't know all that. Okay, well,
And
no.
you have to apply.
In that case, then I'd like to reverse my position on that and say I don't really care.
Well, it's sort of. I mean, it sounds like a fight that you guys have been fighting throughout your career. Where, I'd seen a quote from you, Ozzy, where you said that this is very much a people's band.
Yeah.
That fight anymore, or does it just not matter what critics say?
It's kind of like if the press they'll build you up, then they'll find some fault to bring you back down again. You know, so if the press writes something nice about us, and great. If they write something good or bad about us, then great also.
Probably the press are pleased that we're out again. They're going to have another good go at us. I mean, that's the way it's been forever since day one for us. We've never been, favourable towards the press. But we've just carried on, and it's the fans that count for us.
But now, going back to a question I started to ask earlier, but then sort of went in a different direction. In terms of what you've accomplished with this band, what are each of you most proud of? Be it a song or an album or a show. I mean,
what I'm proud of most of all is that after all the water's gone under the bridge, that we're all back together friendly. We're all getting on better than we ever have before. We've all learned a lot. We've all been through a lot, and we're all still alive, just about. and we're going to go out and give the people who never got the chance to hear the original or see the original Black Sabbath perform an opportunity to see it. That's with Bill.
And I mean, is there sort of a musical moment that you would like people to look at and say that's what Black Sabbath is all about? Like if you had to pick an album or a song.
The new album.
The new live album.
The new
live
album.
album. Without hands down. And I'm not just saying that as a promo thing.
That wraps everything up, doesn't it? All our career in one album. So
that was a special night. That was very. I mean, with my solo career and the certain shows that I'll take to my grave, and that definitely is one of them. Definitely.
And then also, speaking of other folks that you've been working with lately, I know over the weekend, Ozzy, you worked with Buster Rhymes together.
That guy's way out there, and he's a cool guy, man. They have fun, I'm so used to going into studios, and it's been like a laboratory, and these guys are all, they're all going nuts in the great. That's the way it should be. And he's a very nice guy.
Yeah. How did you wind up hooking up with him?
My wife.
Yeah. All right. And I know you also, for the South Park soundtrack, you did some stuff with DMX, who's another rapper, and I also had heard that you did some work with Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah.
Recently.
No, he's named Baby Jesus now. I never actually met them, but they're already done there. But I'm looking like I'm becoming Ozzy the rapper now. It's good fun though. I've never really gotten into it before. It's got some really wild rhythms going on in it. Good people.
You guys are back together, and this album is coming out towards the end of, especially here in the States, a year that has sort of been when guitar rock has kind of got beaten up like in the press, and a lot of people are talking about, or sort of predicting the demise of guitar rock for whatever reasons. Why do you think that may be, and what do you guys think that guitar rock needs?
I don't know why. I can't say why it may be. I mean, ever since guys picks up guitars, I've been saying it's the demise of rock and roll.
They've been saying that ever since Elvis came out after a week, saying that rock and roll's going to die and everything else. But I think because we don't jump on any bandwagons, we're not like the fashionable flavour of the month or anything. That's, we don't take any regard for that. We just do what we like to do, and if it's in, great. If it's out, it doesn't bother us.
Could it be that maybe that's what might be missing these days? Do you think that there are a lot of bands out there who are just who don't have?
I think there's a lot of formalisation now in music, and it's not really the band's fault. It's a lot of the record company's fault. There's nobody will take any chances anymore. And once there's one successful band, everybody wants a million of that kind of sound, which it's hard to be original these days. I think if it wasn't for the independent labels, especially, you wouldn't get any kind of choice whatsoever. It would all be formularised music. Because there is a lot of good stuff out there, that you don't really hear on the radio.
Yeah, Bill, you gotta wash up and wear a tie first. That's hilarious. Now, the question is, do I have more stuff like this in my collection? Well, stay tuned. Like and subscribe, because you never know.